When Heaven Weeps by Ted Dekker. What do you say, priest? What is this love of yours worth? Shall I put one of your children out of their misery? Will you renounce your stupid faith?
Kill me. Take my life, sir. Please, leave the boy.
Renounce your faith, you idiot! They are words. Just words. Say them!
They are words of Christ. He is my Redeemer. My Creator. How can I deny my own Creator?
He is your Redeemer. Ha! Hold this priest to the large cross. Ted Dekker clearly illustrates here in his novel, When Heaven Weeps, today's theme, which is examining the value of not living life absorbed in the here and now, but instead looking at our time now as an investment in what is to come. We find an excellent example of making sacrifices now in order to selflessly invest in the future of others during a conversation that takes place between Samuel Adams and James Otis during a meeting of the Sons of Liberty in Johnny Tremain by Esther Forbes. I will work for war, the complete freedom of these colonies from any European power. We can have that freedom only by fighting for it. No, I will not work for peace. I will work for one thing. War. We will fight. For what will we fight? For the rights of Englishmen everywhere. Why stop with the Englishmen? For men, women, and children all over the world. There should be no more tyranny. But because we fight, they shall see freedom like a new sun rising in the west. The battle we win over the worst in England shall benefit the best in England. We are lucky men, for we have a cause we're dying for. This honor is not given to every generation. Each should give according to his own abilities. And some will give their lives, all the years of their maturity. To die so young is more than merely die. It is to lose so great a part of life. We must fight this war. You'll need to play your part, but what it is really about, you'll never know. It is all so much simpler than you think. We give all we have. Life, property, safety, skills. We fight, we die for a simple thing. Only that a man can stand up. Living life now as an investment in the future requires that we surrender focus on self. No one expresses this mindset better than C.S. Lewis in his book, Mere Christianity. If you read history, you will find that the Christians who did most for the present world were the ones who thought most of the next. The apostles themselves, who set on foot the conversion of the Roman Empire, the English, who abolished the slave trade, all left their mark on earth, precisely because their minds were occupied with heaven. It is since Christians have largely ceased to think of the other world that they have become so ineffective in this one. Aim at heaven, and you will get earth thrown in. Aim at earth, and you will get neither. The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. It was then that I had the dream. As I watched, I saw an old farm wagon lumbering across the square, pulled by 4 enormous black horses. To my surprise, I found that I myself was sitting in the wagon, and Father too, and Betsy. We couldn't get out of the wagon. That was the terrible thing. It was taking us away. Far away, I felt. But we didn't want to go. Oh, Betsy, I've had the most awful dream. I told Betsy what I had seen. Am I imagining things because I'm frightened? Oh, but it wasn't like that. It was real. Oh, Betsy, do you think it was a kind of vision? I don't know. If God has shown us bad times ahead, it's enough for me that he knows about them. That's why he shows us things sometimes, you know? To tell us in his hand. During the months that followed, Corey became aware of the sufferings of the Jews being persecuted by the Nazis. After much contemplation, Corey felt called by God to aid them in whatever way she could, no matter what. Returning to the hiding place by Corey ten Boom. Lord Jesus, I offer myself for your people, in any way, any place, and any time. This vow that Corey was willing to make to God ultimately brought her to the Ravensbrück concentration camp and took the life of both her father and Betsy. Despite these tragic and difficult results, Corey's commitment remained steadfast because she trusted her life now with God's plans for her in the future, whatever that future ended up being. A group of 5 soldiers entered a small village and demanded that the Christians living there renounce their faith in God or die. However, these Christians were not concerned for their lives on this earth, but were instead focused on living with eternity in mind. The village priest and a young girl, Nadia, were even willing to lay down their lives for the sake of Christ's reputation. Because of their unwavering faithfulness, their testimonies greatly impacted one of the soldiers, Jean-Jacques, and changed his life forever. When Heaven Weeps by Ted Dekker. Hold this priest to the large cross. He is our priest. He is a servant of God. You cannot kill him. You cannot. One of you. One. That's all. Surely you have a sinner in your pretty little town willing to speak to save your precious priest's miserable neck. Speak. Speak now, or I'll kill him. I will speak for my children. Your threat of death doesn't frighten us, soldier. We have been purchased by blood. We live by the power of that blood. And we would die for that blood. And we would never, never renounce our beloved Christ. My children, please, let me go. Don't hold me back. Don't kill my priest. If you have to kill someone, then kill me instead. Don't be foolish, Nadia. Renounce your faith, priest, and I will let this little one live. Renounce your dead Christ, and I will leave you all. Renounce Christ. Never. But then Nadia will die. Nadia. I can't. Speak, priest. Renounce Christ. I will count to 3. 1. Nadia, I... Don't, Father. 2. Oh, God, have mercy on her soul. Oh, God. I heard the song, Father. 3. I saw you there. In you, I have seen love, priest. In you, in your women and your children, I have seen God. I swear this day to follow your Christ. Yes, you will be my Christ. As Christians, we need to be eager to live our lives not for the simple pleasures of the here and now, but instead, we need to live confident that what we are doing right now, today, this very moment, will impact both the future and ultimately eternity. Paul best summarizes this in 1 Corinthians 9, verse 25 and 26. The Message by Eugene Peterson. All good athletes train hard. They do it for a gold medal that tarnishes and fades. But we're after one that's gold eternally. I don't know about you, but I'm training hard for the finish line. I'm giving it everything I've got.